The risk of a woman developing breast cancer in her lifetime is 1 in 8.
In 2009, the American Cancer Society estimates a little less than 200,000 women will be diagnosed with some form of the disease.
News Channel 8's Kristen Elisario joins us live in the studio with the story of one local woman who's up for the fight against breast cancer.
Well, Mike and Lisa, Linda Bush is a La Crosse resident who in December of 2008 was diagnosed with a severe form of breast cancer. Since then, she's undergone multiple treatments to fight the disease. She says, while it hasn't been easy, she's always known that keeping a positive attitude is the key to fighting back. In November of last year, Linda Bush noticed changes in the skin on her breasts, something looking almost like a skin rash. After many tests, she was diagnosed with inflammatory breast cancer, a very rare but very severe form of the disease.
The disease itself is more aggressive than typical breast cancer. There are particular cellular changes where it's actually a different disease than what we think of as typical breast cancer.
At first, you're really shocked. But then what happens is you just you get into the treatment part of it and everything, and everybody is working to treat you to get rid of it. And the severity of it all of a sudden starts to disappear.
It's the same cancer that someone in her extended family was diagnosed with just years before.
Just for me to have it is pretty rare, and then for me also to know somebody with it, yes.
But knowing someone else who is fighting this type of cancer has helped her.
I had seen everything she went through, and she had, I think, her last treatments 2 years ago, and she's doing really well, so that's really helped me keep a good attitude about it.
Treatment for this type of breast cancer comes with little options.
You have options, but much of it is kind of laid out in terms of we want to use the most aggressive therapy that we have and the most effective therapy that we have.
Lynn has gone through 5 months of chemotherapy, surgery, and is now doing radiation treatments, all while remaining optimistic.
I know a lot of people have gone through this, and so I thought, well, other people have done it, and I can do it too.
She says it's her family and friendships that have pulled her through the most difficult days.
You know, when something like this happens to you, you really don't know what you're going to do, but actually when you get the news, it's amazing how well you actually take it and how strong you can be.
Lynn says she tries not to let cancer define who she is, but rather accepts it and deals with it the best she can. Well, Lynn's story is one of personal strength. Just last week, she received some news from a friend who is helping in her fight against breast cancer. And I'll bring you that story tomorrow, and you'll want to watch because it's a pretty neat story.
All right, thank you so much, Kristen. You can see the second part of Lynn's story during tomorrow's 6 p.m. newscast.